This is Coach Karan Godwin, and these are the Ball Hog Glove X Factor. They take away the natural grip of the ball, forcing your hands and fingers to work overtime. The D-cone is the perfect complement to the Ball Hog Gloves. Whether you want to work on your ball handling with cone drills, shooting with a hand in the face. For drills, follow at Coach Godwin on Instagram and go to ballhoggloves.com.
So a hot night in the capital city, and we start with the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers, owners of the number 1 and number 3 draft picks. Things happening around the league, but right now, David, the focus is on Fultz and a young man named Tatum.
Yeah, and obviously that trade that went down is the big news. These two will always be intertwined. The trade 1 for 3. Danny Ainge said at the time, I'll get the guy I want.
He's going to run the floor. What a move. That's a great move.
Number 11, Jayson Tatum.
Use both hands around the rim. The players, as young as they are, shooting the basketball.
You know, he was the D-League Rookie of the Year. He played for the Maine Red Claws in Boston. Now opens up the floor, and up on top of the rim is Jaylen Brown.
They clearly pointed out that, you know, the majority of the players who were big-time scorers are going to be in the West, and you can team up with Isaiah Thomas, who was one of the top scorers. Actually, he was the top scorer in the Eastern Conference last year, and the Celtics would finally have that megawatt star that Danny Ainge has been.
A geological wonder.
Well, we both are from the Midwest. It was awfully flat.
Tatum.
With cows and corn.
That's an understatement.
And more cows and corn. And
Boston with the ball, they made just 1 field goal the last 8 minutes. In fact, 1 at 7, and that's an oh my moment. Way up top. Locke still looking at me as Jayson Tatum rocks the rim.
Hello.
just right over the top.
That's off 1 dribble, by the way. That's a long way. That's the length and versatility that we talked about from the Open. Up at a basketball game, and I asked you who the best player was, you'd say Jaylen Brown, and that's what players of that level need to do in this setting.
I mean, there hasn't been just 1 hot moment. He's been solid from the jump.
That's a second-round pick right there, Ron.
Yeah, and sometimes guys like that really slide through the cracks.
Tatum and 1.
Jayson Tatum.
Just goes to show you, Dave, that
Fouls committed by number 7, Mark. 17, that is.
Second-round picks, Ron, play with chips on their shoulder. Millsap was 1.
Obviously, Golden State's on top in the West, but, man, if they could get Melo, Houston makes it very, very interesting because they got a really deep roster, too.
Well, if Houston divides the time between Chris Paul and James Harden, and the good news for you as a ESPN undefeated reporter who lives on the West Coast is you never have to travel ever again to go to the East Coast because there's no, just kidding. Because all the whole league
are in D.C., so
the whole league's in the West.
Our offices are in D.C., so I still got
Tatum now pulls the trigger and nails it. Celtics on top. Tatum had an up and under during that conversation, and it was a beautiful move. Now 19 points for the 3rd overall pick out of Duke. Are they going to go ISO, Booner?
Let's see how he does. See what he does here.
Tatum pulls the trigger, about a 17-footer. Bang! Big shot on a big stage.
Timeout, Philadelphia.
Oh boy, how about that?
Tatum goes ISO, got the 1-on-1, and that's impressive. A 21-point debut for the Boston Celtics. He's got that 3-point ability. He's cool, he's calm under pressure. He drives, he can pop the rim, and he can bang. Up and under.
Luau is thought of as a good defensive player.
And the step back rainbow. And Boston with a chance to win on opening night with 5.7 seconds remaining.
Huge amount of variation in that highlight.
Baseline reversed. Boston collapses. Rebound Celtics. And Boston wins the thriller in Salt Lake. Game 1 in the books.
Gets it blocked.
Oh, the Utah Jazz Summer League. Boston did close on a 12-5 run over the last 6 minutes of play. Philly, however, did not help themselves. David Locke missing 11 of their last 13 from the floor.